Yo guys, Late Games here and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Chris Hansen. So if you guys don't know, Chris Hansen is a journalist type person who had, who had a TV show on American television called Catch the Predator, and now he's moved to YouTube and he's got a channel with about 335,000 subscribers. And if you guys don't know, he's quite relevant because of his case with Onision, another big YouTuber who quit about a month ago. He now only has an OnlyFans. He put a video out about this. I don't know how many subs he's got on it and whether he's actually making any money from it, but you never know. Although it was probably a couple years ago now when basically on a forum this person says this little bit here. So she says, my girl is only 13, she has an iPad that her and I share, she also has a smartphone that she is allowed to use. I can go through it if I want to, but I feel like privacy is an important thing. The pictures get uploaded from a phone to the iPad. I looked through them and found many photos in her underwear. She had a word I've never seen written on her stomach. It was Onision. I immediately asked her about it. She told me that she is a YouTuber that promotes body positivity and promotes videos of girls' bodies that they submit to him from his forums. I looked through his forums and found upon thread of girls my daughter's age posting nearly naked pictures of themselves to be validated by this man. So obviously this opened a can of worms, loads of people came forward and it just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. If you guys do want to see more on that video, look up Repsion's videos on this situation. It will give you everything you need to know about it. Very good videos and they honestly give you all the information you need. Although today it has just been released that apparently Investigation Discovery, a channel on TV, has brought the rights to the Onision story. Like, honestly, yeah, it's just mental, because if you guys don't know, it's quite bad to publish a story on TV. This is why there are publication bans, and this user on Twitter has sort of said this perfectly here. So I'm just going to put this tweet. Have you worked with victims in real life? Because I have. Publication bans exist for a reason. Telling the story and monetizing it before arrest or court date destroys all chance of justice and prosecution. This is a disgusting travesty. So it means that the people who are the victims might not get any sort of justice, or I don't know, it just seems like it's a bit, it's very selfish on his behalf. Although Chris Hansen has a big history of some scummy shit. Like, he set up this fundraiser basically on a Kickstarter page, and basically, if you guys don't know how Kickstarter works, you can make it so if this person donates $20, you promise them like this little thing. If they donate like $40, then you know you give them like a little prize, a bit bigger. $80, a bit of a bundle, etc, etc. So the more you donate, the more you'll probably receive when this product gets released, and yeah, it does well and gets its money back. But it turns out that he released his own Kickstarter page, and this Kickstarter page was filled with people who were owed t-shirts, stickers and mugs. Backers of the show contributed an average of $73 and were promised a mug for a $20 contribution, a signed photo for $40, and a t-shirt and personalised mug with their name next to Hansen's "Have a Seat" tagline for more than $45. For many though, the swag never came. This is quoted from this article, and yeah, like honestly this got backlash with users. These are quotes from the users saying, couldn't even be bothered to send out a signed photo. Between the mistresses, the mounting debt and the bank repossessing his home, I guess he was probably too busy. And on about that, this is another thing about him. He obviously is desperate for money, because this report, I will leave a link to this report and a couple of Repsion's videos in the description, by the way, but this report says Hansen was broke and struggling to keep up with his lifestyle beyond his means. He was running on fumes from a previous show and trying to put everything he could into the next show while keeping up with his lifestyle in the nicest part of Stamford. In July 2018, tax records show the US bank trust took ownership of Hansen's $963,000 colonial in Stamford. Hansen tells me he took a significant hit during the recession of the late 2000s. Like millions of other Americans, I was hit by a perfect storm. It took 8 or 10 months to sort through it. People wanted to get the gotcha guy and find whatever, but it was never a destitute situation. So Obviously, this is like mad. You can tell he's broke, so he's probably desperate for money, which is probably why he's done this. Although, as I said, it's probably not the brightest idea on the victim's behalf. Also, he's had other money issues, with American Express sued him in 2015 for $57,900, claiming he refused to make payment on the balance due on a platinum card. So it looks like he is in a lot of financial trouble. Also, I don't know, it just seems like he's got a very weird attitude towards doing these professionally for a so-called journalist, because he also got in trouble for this clip here. Roll it.
A number of the girls, now young women, who I've talked to and interviewed for this case, are also involved in the protests, the Black Lives Matter movement, in the aftermath of George Floyd's murder in Minneapolis. Do you see any parallels there?
So guys, I'd just like to add, I bet you can just see by the girl in this clip how taken back she was by this question. I don't think she knew how to respond at all. There was a good 5-6 second pause at the end there. She was just flabbergasted, which I find pretty mental. Anyway, let's carry on with the video. So many people have said that this clip is him comparing the investigation of Onision and Dave Vanity to the murder of George Floyd, which is such a sensitive topic. I mean, I don't even know why you bring it up in an interview, especially if you know, I don't know, especially knowing cancel culture and all of that. I just don't know why you take that risk. And also, I know that's just on a personal side, but if you just look at the whole situation, it's just not relevant to the situation at all. You've got two situations which are that far away, and you just try to bring them together like that, and it just makes no sense. I mean, not everyone took this as bad, as someone saying, it didn't sound like he was comparing the investigations to what happened with George Floyd, but rather that these victims are now rallying around another victim to protest against abuse, harm done to innocent people, which I guess you can say, although the big thing for me is there's no need to compare the two situations when there's no relevance between them, especially when they're so big and such big different issues. But that's my take on it. Comment what you think on that one. I just think it's just bad because you don't need to make those comparisons. Also, it seems like the team around him are not very good at all either. It just seems I don't know, it just seems like his reputation's being very tarnished because everything he's doing is not either the right way of going around something, or it's just very unprofessional. Because if you look at some Ordinary Gamers, which is a YouTuber as well, he said Chris Hansen needs to stop working with complete brainlets. I wasted my time 2 hours with his hacker friend about some interview that was being set up. I hate my time being wasted, and while I respect Chris, people he surrounds himself with makes his image a joke. If you've got people just wasting people's time, word of mouth, it's just going to go around and your image is going to be ruined. He needs to get it sorted, but obviously, as I said earlier, he probably doesn't have the money to get a publicist or something to sort this out for him, because it seems like he's deep in the hole. But yeah, tell me what your thoughts. I'm just thinking that when you've got such a high profile case, you can't have all this surrounding your name, because it just sort of ruins the integrity of what you're doing. But that's just my opinions. I'll see you guys next time. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.